Welcome to another episode of Library Connections. I'm Ryan Livergood, Executive Director of the Warren Newport Public Library. This is a show where we focus on not only what's going on at the Warren Newport Public Library, but what's going on in our community as well. But today we're going to focus on what's going on at the library. And I'm very excited because we have three very talented members of our team from the Adult Services Department. Madelynn, Jessica, and Rachel are joining me today. So ladies, how are you today?
Good, Ryan. Thanks.
Good. Nice to see you.
Likewise, really great seeing the three of you. So even though the library, we had to close the physical building back in March, we never closed the library because we've been offering a lot of virtual offerings. And those continue as we're moving into June. We're going to slowly start to phase into some library services we'll do in person. But in the meantime, we've got a lot virtually. Madelynn, you are in charge of adult programming. Can you talk about some of the adult programs we have coming up in June?
Yeah, we have a little bit of everything coming up in June, more than one program a week going on. I have a couple to highlight, just 4 quick to-go sort of thing. We have varied topics no matter what. One of our favorite professional organizers is coming back on June 9th. And again, all virtual programming. It's not going to be at library. You can do it from the comfort of your home. Jennifer Barnes is going to be back with us on managing a paper trail. So all of those cluttered paper piles you have in your house, how to organize that. That's going to be on June 9th. I'm also bringing back Lunch and Learn because even though the library's not open for Lunch and Learn, doesn't mean we can't have it virtually. So that's going to be on a good old Wednesday at 10:30 a.m. like always. And that's going to be with Randy Walker for Legends of Sun Records. That's on Wednesday the 17th. We also have Leslie Goddard coming back, but not for a dramatization. She's actually doing a lecture on Typhoid Mary on Wednesday the 24th at 6:30. And then we also have Martina Matheson for a dramatization, and she's going to be doing Sacagawea in the history of the Lewis and Clark Trail. So we have a little bit of everything, and of course, summer reading. That's going to be starting on June 15th.
Madelynn, that's awesome. How do our patrons register for these events? Do they have to register at all? Do they just show up, or is there something they need to do to participate?
Yeah, we actually, it's just like it was if you got your library newsletter in the mail. You can go onto our library website, hit our calendar, and there's going to be a spot for you to register. And this is during this weird time, we're going to have a registration preferred. We don't have a hard limit on attendees because we don't have a room to conform to, but we would like to know if you're coming so we know how many people to expect so we know when we can get started. So go on to WNPL.info, hit our calendar, and register for any adult program that you see there.
That's great. That's great, Madelynn. Thank you.
Sure.
Jessica, you've been doing a lot of book discussions during this time. Can you talk about that? How does that work, doing a book discussion when you're not in a room with the people that are part of the book group?
It's been shockingly wonderful. When the library is open, we have about 4 book discussions a month. And since the library's been closed, we've had 3 a month. So I think that's still pretty good. So what we've been doing is discussing books that people already have at home that I had handed out before the library closed. Now we're to a point where we've already discussed all those books, so we needed to get a little creative. The next discussion we have coming up is Monday, June 8th at 1:30 p.m. We're going to be discussing a book called Heart Berries, a Memoir by Therese Marie Mailhot. This book is available on Hoopla. So all WNPL patrons can access this through the Hoopla app using just your library card. And you'll read it that way and then attend the discussion on Saturday, June 8th. And we'll talk about it just like we're talking right now. It's been really successful and I'm actually getting a good turnout. We're having really great discussions and a lot of fun sort of keeping in touch or making new friends. In addition to that book discussion, I have something else called a book hangout. This will be the second one that we've done since the library closed. It is on Saturday, June 20th at 1:30 p.m. This is meant to be very casual. You don't need to come that prepared. We're just going to talk about what books we've been reading lately, and what we may be interested in reading moving forward. And it's a great time to get ideas from other people to see what they've been reading that they've enjoyed. we did it, like I said, once before, and it was really fun, really casual, and I think everyone really enjoyed themselves. It's a great way to keep in touch with the library while we're closed, a great way to keep in touch with each other. And then the thing that I'm probably most excited about is on Thursday, June 25th at 7 p.m., we have an author coming. Lauren Willig, who is a New York Times bestselling author. You may be familiar with her from her book, The English Patient. Nope, The English Wife. The English Wife. And then she also wrote The Ashford Affair. She's actually coming to promote her new novel called The Summer Country. It is historical fiction, and it's based in Barbados in 1854. So she's going to join us via Zoom just like this. It's going to be sort of a lecture format. And then we're going to have a link, actually, and you'll be able to purchase her books online through an independent bookstore if you're interested. Of course, all these events are free, as are everything that the library offers. And you can sign up for everything I've mentioned, again, like Madelynn said, at WNPL.info, and just click on our calendar.
That's great. That's really great. Rachel, you are able to do technology classes. How do you do that virtually?
Actually, so far it's worked out fairly well. We've done some cut the cable classes already. We've done fake news, which is kind of a combination of technology and also just learning how to use resources. But it's working out fairly well. It's harder to do the technical side, but even that we found through questions and answers during the presentation that we're able to answer quite a few questions that people have when they come to these presentations. But moving forward, we're going to be offering another session of Cut the Cable. That's going to be on Thursday, June 11th at 7 o'clock. So we will be going over resources that you can use to get rid of your regular cable and satellite service and stream entertainment directly to your home. Frequently, it can save you quite a bit of money over what you might be spending currently with standard cable or standard satellite service. But that one we're going to be doing on, again, Thursday, June 11th. And then we also will be offering a class on how to use Libby Explore. Libby, as many of you may know, is our download service that we offer. Libby offers fantastic ebooks, e-audiobooks. They have a smattering of other resources available in there too, but primarily people use it to check out a great new book that they'd like to read. We're going to be going over how to use the Libby Explore function to be able to use it more effectively. So you can really find what you want to read, make a list of what you'd like to read in the future, and see all that Libby has to offer. And that's going to be on Tuesday, June 16th at 7 o'clock. You can sign up for both of those sessions, again, by going to our website, WNPL.info, just going to the events and sign up from the calendar. And in the works, coming up in July, we actually will have something that we're working on about avoiding scams, especially now during COVID-19. That's a really difficult thing to kind of avoid. There's a lot of people out there trying to make money off of the situation. So we will be talking about that coming up in July, along with several other topics.
That's great. This is great stuff. Ladies, thanks for joining me today. This has been Library Connections. Check the show notes or show description for the link to WNPL.info for how to get to register for these programs, sign up for our summer reading program, Read to Remember this year. Thanks for joining us today on Library Connections. Take care, everybody. Goodbye.